as we get started on Heavensturn 2024 here in Limsa. So, with that in mind, greetings people of the world, Matthias Griffin back with you for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker live here on Twitch. So, what do you say we pay visit to this year's version of Heavensturn and its hosts? People who were here, and if they were indeed doing Heavensturn and the other special events during 1.0, that means this guy was last here in 2012. And so, he's back here again, and he's brought a little friend. So, let's see what this is all about. Let's speak with the Ryu Metsuke to take on the level 15 special quest for Heavensturn 2024, entitled To Be a Mascot. The Ryu Metsuke seeks the aid of a kindly adventurer. Well met, friend, and welcome to our festivities. I am known in my homeland of Hingoshi as the Ryu Metsuke, and it is my delegation's solemn charge to share our Heavensturn custom with the peoples of Eorzea, that we might join hands in revelry. Although Heavensturn is observed in both of our lands to mark the coming of a new year, there is a difference between our traditions. Here in Eorzea, deities are chosen from among the 12 to preside over the heavens, while in the Far East, we honor one of 12 noble beasts. And this year, that beast is the mighty Ryu, a creature you Eorzeans might liken to a dragon. Well, seeing how many dragons we got to meet in Heavensturn, and given that by my natural affliction I am a dragoon, I guess we kind of hit the jackpot this year. Now, in order to liven up the festivities, we decided to have a pair of horsebird hatchlings, or should I say chocobo chicks, serve as mascots. And this little guy is certainly doing a good job bouncing around. He's certainly enjoying what he's wearing. Winsomely dressed in draconic attire, we were certain that they would delight all who laid eyes upon them. However, when the Ryu Bugyo, the leader of our delegation, presented one of the chicks to a crowd, the reception was disappointingly muted. We know not where we erred. I say, you are an adventurer, are you not? In the course of dispensing aid, you must have acquired some insight into the people's interests. Loath though I am to impose, will you not help us to identify our plan's failings? In so doing, we may yet find a way to win over the locals with our mascots. I believe I can help you out. You have my thanks. To begin, I ask that you seek out the Ryu Bugyo. For want of passers-by, she decided to wander around this plaza with her hatchling. When you find her, pray ask her for account of our dilemma, and thence help us find a solution. And as you can see, people are still rocking the Phoenix Riser outfit from Moonfire Fair. It's still very popular, and I imagine it'll be that way for quite some time. So, over here we find the Ryu Bugyo. And for my experiences in Heavensturn, the Ryu Bugyo is actually a first. Why, you may ask? Let's find out. So there's Ryu Bugyo with a little girl and another dragon-dressed hatchling. Hello there.
Oh, curious about our delegation too, are you? That as well, for I was just about to introduce our mascot, Ryunosuke, to this young lady.
Yeah, there you are. They did say they had more than one.
Feast your eyes on a horsebird among horsebirds, the pinnacle of plumage. I dare say Heavensturn has never hatched a mascot as utterly charming as our regal Ryu.
So yeah, this being a dragon year, of course, the Bugyo, with tradition, wears a dragon-themed helmet to go with the year. But from my experience, this is the first time ever that the Bugyo is a woman. Every other time, it's been a man, usually a male Rogadin. But this is the first time that I've ever seen a female don the mantle of a Bugyo in Heavensturn. Maybe she was already doing this 12 years earlier in 1.0. I'll never know, but if she was, welcome back.
Well, he's certainly adorable, but what's a Ryu? And why do you have him dressed up in that costume? An excellent question. You see, we wish to present the charms of the Chocobo and the Ryu in a lovable package. Look at him wagging his skilly little tail. It's an exquisite combination, you must agree. And it would be remiss of me not to mention the craftsmanship that went into the outfits. Our weavers spared no effort to invoke the might and majesty of the Ryu in the diminutive form before you. The finished product is simply divine, is it not? I suppose. I still don't know what a Ryu is, but never mind. Thank you for letting me play with him.
Yeah, she seems confused, perplexed at the same time. Yeah, and one little girl's not much of an audience, but I guess you gotta start somewhere. And as for the Bugyo, yeah, it seems like she's having a problem while her companion is running off.
Yet again, I failed to convey the virtues of our mascots.
Yeah, maybe I can help?
You come at the Ryumetsuki's behest? I should be most grateful for your aid, adventurer. I only seek to share our mascot's charms with the people of Eorzea, but my every attempt has ended in failure, as you've just witnessed. Try as I might, I cannot see what I'm doing wrong. If you have any advice, anything at all, I would be most eager to hear it.
Yeah, adorable is all well and good, but you can't forget the other things, or you may want to talk more about the Ryu. But yeah, there's obviously more than what it's dressed as, right?
Other things? It was my intent to have our mascots be the highlight of Heavensturn. You believe this is not enough? It might avail me to speak with that young girl as well. Let her gaze upon Ryunosuke once more and...
Yeah, as you just noticed, not present. And the music obviously abruptly stops. Where is your companion gone?
Oh, wherever did our little mascot go?
Well, fortunately I spotted him run off.
Fallen after the girl, you say? We must find him, and quickly. Please, adventurer, will you not help with the search?
Of course I can.
Thank you. Now then, I believe the girl set off in the direction of the tavern. The Drowning Wench, was it? If we find her, I dare say we will find Ryunosuke.
So yeah, let's get to it. We have a little chocobo to find. And so, let's make our way into the Drowning Wench to see if we can't find the Bugyo. And hopefully, that's where Ryunosuke will also be. And it's been a while since we've been in here, but a new addition has been made to Limsa Drowning Wench. This may apply to the other Adventurers Guilds too. I haven't had the opportunity to notice that. I only just noticed this when I was testing this event earlier today. So you have this musical vendor, and you can get from her a whole new set of music that had previously not been available.
Oh, the many melodies I hear on my travels throughout these lands. As a musician, I feel compelled to commit their notes to parchment that they might be shared with interested audiences.
And so, yeah, there's a total of 8 songs here, all of them brand new. So, which is why I have obtained none of them. But for purposes here, I will get them all. And then later on, we'll have the opportunity to listen to them all and see what they're all about. So, here's over here. Here's where the Bugyo is. Speaking with Skainriel of the Yellow Jackets.
Oh, thank goodness you're here. I've been asking this councilman about the girl, but I'm struggling to make myself understood.
Skainriel?
Perhaps you can help clear things up. The lady says she's looking for a girl with a Ryu, but I haven't the faintest idea what that is.
Yeah, to rephrase, it's a chocobo chick wearing a costume, or imagine a dragon. A tiny green dragon with googly eyes. Yeah, let's go with option 1 here. Yeah, here's basically what you were looking for.
Oh, then you must be speaking of the old little critter I spotted a few moments ago. It was wearing what looked like a dragon costume and it was mourning after a young girl. I'm afraid I didn't observe where they went though. Sorry I couldn't be of help. Many thanks for your assistance. In my haste, I neglected to explain the meaning of the word Ryu. As the Ryu Metsuke told me, the creature doesn't exist in Eorzea. If I had begun by clarifying that it is similar to a dragon, I could have avoided the Oh, I dare say now I know why our mascot has struggled to win over the masses.
Oh, you've had a revelation?
I shall speak with this guardswoman a little more in case she has aught else of note to share. Once I'm finished, I plan to scour the upper decks. In the meantime, might I trouble you to search the lower decks? Once we've finished, let us reconvene at Bulwark Hall.
Alright, so since we gotta go to the lower decks anyway, Scainriel, if you would be so kind. Of course, since the Bulwark Hall is down at the east end of the city, we gotta make our way west. So let's begin by speaking with people in this big target area, and it is a big target area, beginning with Aldskiff. Can you help me out, sir? A young lass and a chocobo chick. I saw them walking past the Aetherite, though I couldn't say where they went from there. It appears the girl and the chocobo passed through the Aetherite Plaza. So you gotta keep following the clues. Now, there is a false clue, a false flag, if you go that way where that person just went. So we want to avoid that and keep going forward towards the markets. There appear to be some bards playing. And we have this personable peddler here carrying this massive crate. Yeah, of course you would get a male Rogan in to lug something like that. I know the lass you're after. Sibley's her name, and she's the daughter of a fellow merchant. Good friend of mine, in fact. You'd be hard-pressed to find a happier father and daughter. They go fishing at the river together all the time, they do. But he'll soon set sail for faraway lands, I'm told. Sibley's weren't taken for good reason. The ocean's a fickle mistress, and even a simple voyage could cost a man his life. Anyway, she came through the here area, but I'm afraid I couldn't say where she is now. Perhaps someone else can help you there. Do you learn something of note? Continue scouring the lower decks for more information. Which, thankfully, is not that far, thanks to this amicable alley-goer. Hello there.
A girl with an oddly dressed chocobo chick? She just passed by here earlier. She looked a little lost, so I asked her if she needed help, but she told me she was fine, that she was headed for the Ageless River. Though I left it at that, I can't help but wait for her out there on her own. I hope you find her soon.
You believe you have enough information on Sibley's whereabouts. Make your way to Bulwark Hall and report your findings to the Ryu Bugyo. So, let's double back. And give the message to the Bugyo. And it's crazy how many people will just chill here in Limsa for whatever reason. I guess this place just has that effect on people since it's basically the one-stop shop for everything. Alright there, Bugyo.
There you are.
Oh, yeah, video bomber.
Dare I hope you... By your triumphant expression, dare I hope you've learned something of the little girl and our mascots?
And apparently you have a purple T-Rex minion? Okay, I've never seen that before. That's interesting.
So the girl Sibley was headed for the Ageless River. That you should find just the information we need is auspicious indeed. For my part, in the course of speaking with the locals, I was able to learn more about dragons. That is, while they have many similarities with the Ryu of the Far East, they are in fact different creatures. I had been under the impression that they were one and the same, but be it their folklore or their status in mortal society, they are quite distinct. I'd assumed that the people of Eorzea were like me, that they thought the Ryu was simply a dragon by another name. I suppose it is little wonder that Sibley looked so puzzled during our first encounter. When next we find her, I shall do my utmost to explain the true meaning of our mascot. Now, off to the Ageless River with us.
So off she goes, and so we shall go too. Let's head out into Lanosea. Yeah, typically when you are going after a quest objective, it's much more on the perimeter of a circle than it is closer to the middle, but this one definitely worked like that. So here's Sibley along with Ryunosuke, so this first quest will end by speaking with her. Why slow down?
I wish you didn't have to go, Papa.
Well, yeah, that we were told about that earlier. That would explain it. Hello there.
Huh? You're the adventurer from before. What are you doing here?
Well, we've been looking for you. Where would you got lost? Along with Ryunosuke.
Oh, thank the Kami we found you, Sibley. And the lady in the fancy helmet, too. How did you know my name?
Well, a lot of people told us about you. Apparently you're very recognizable.
I see. I'm sorry to cause you both trouble. I just wanted to visit my papa's favorite fishing spot, but your chocobo chick ended up following me all the way. Well, he's safe with you now. If there's nothing else, I'll be off.
Yeah, now it's starting to rain.
Hey, wait a moment. In the course of searching for Ryunosuke, we couldn't help but learn that your father will soon embark upon a voyage and has left you feeling troubled. I realize we are but strangers, but if you are not averse, will you not talk to us about it? It's alright. My papa, he's heading to Hingashi for trade. I heard that's a long and dangerous journey and it made me worry. I wanted to pray to the navigator to keep him safe at sea. But then I found out that Lim Lan wasn't chosen this Heavensturn, and it made me worry even more. I see. As you say, it isn't the navigator, but the keeper who presides over the heavens this year.
In this case, she's referring to the Keeper of Time, which would be Ulthik.
But if it's not the navigator, I thought that I could at least pray to a god from the Far East. That's why I went to talk to you. So that is the way of it. You came to me hoping to beseech our divinities to protect your father. But in my fervent desire to showcase our mascot, I failed to lend an ear to your earnest desire. Well, I hear you now, young one, and I shall tell you a tale about the Ryu that will grant you comforts. I just need to recall a suitable one. Something that ideally features the ocean.
Hopefully you have one that you can think of. Yeah, well, Ryunosuke is still certainly excited to be running around.
Oh, what's gotten into you, little one? Curious what lies that way, are you? It's called Road Whisper Canyon. Papa told me that waterfalls appeared there after the calamity, and they changed the flow of the Nim River.
So are you sure it's not the volcano?
Waterfalls changing the course of a river? I believe I have the perfect tale for you, Sibley. One that will bolster your spirits as your father departs on his journey. Let us head to these waterfalls, that we might avail ourselves of their ambience. Even Ryunosuke is keen and we won't want to ignore such a fortuitous omen.
Alright, at least we know where we're going next. But before we do, we'll take 1,140 experience points and 305 gil. And so now that more people are appearing on the scene, let's go ahead and speak to the Bugyo again to take on our next quest for Heavensturn 2024 entitled Unlike a Dragon. The Ryu Bugyo has a mind to make for Road Whisper Canyon.
Come, let us head to these waterfalls. They'll provide the perfect setting for my tale.
And with a little help from a random passerby, you might get to keep dry as well. Yeah, some person comes in randomly with a fancy umbrella. Oh, that couldn't have been timed better, I think. So yeah, here's what the waterfalls look like. This really is one of the things when you think about it. If you start the game in Gridania or Ul'dah, there's the distinct possibility you never pass through Middle La Noscea, and in so doing, never get to see something like these waterfalls. So the fact that we get to have them seen here during this quest really helps us to get a particular little treat and gift for us. So, yeah, let's speak with the Bugyo.
let us begin. The Ryu is a creature that shares many similarities with the dragons of Eorzea, but as I myself recently discovered, it is in fact a distinct being. Nor is there just the one Ryu. Nay, there exist myriad individuals, all of whom have their own tales, and the creature I will speak about is the mighty Seiryu, one of the four lords whose legends hold birth a great waterfall in the far east.
Yeah, and Rinosuke likes that.
That does sound exciting, doesn't it?
So, let's have a look.
In the region of Yansha flows the One River, and its plentiful waters nourish nearby lands. In ages past, it is said Seiryu drank so deeply of the river that he altered its very course, and in so doing, gave rise to a waterfall, the Dragon's Struggle. While it is not widely known, Seiryu was also regarded as a guardian deity who protected people from disasters of water. Disasters like storms and floods?
Yeah, all this rain is also very appropriate for this scene.
Indeed, long ago it was believed that calamities could be quelled by sacrificing a young maiden to a divine beast such as Seiryu.
Like, what?
And while no written records exist, there is a tale of a seaside village that fell in the path of a raging storm. Desperate to calm the heavens, the villagers offered unto Seiryu one of their daughters. However, Seiryu showed no interest whatsoever in the young girl. To merely know the villagers' plight was enough for him, it seemed, and he turned the course of the storm and spared them untold devastation.
And it wasn't until I started doing this that I actually found out that Seiryu was male, because the way that Seiryu is depicted in the Four Lords story arc in Stormblood, Seiryu looks like a woman. It's so weird how things work out in this Heavensturn.
A benevolent being is Seiryu, who wields his power over water for good. Even now he hears our prayers and protects us and our loved ones from harm. That, my dear, is just one example of the noble beast we celebrate this Heavensturn. Together, let us offer a prayer to Seiryu and wish your father safe travels and calm waters. That sounds perfect, miss. Thank you so much.
And as for your little friend,
we must thank Rinosuke as well. Were it not for him, I might not have recalled the tale of Seiryu.
No lack of enthusiasm on this little guy.
Now you can pray to Seiryu for safe travels too, adventurer. Oh, but perhaps you've already heard this story?
Oh, yeah, it's not ringing any bells. It was my first time hearing it too. Or if you got to Stormblood and have done the Four Lords storyline, you can hear it straight from the serpent's mouth, in fact. And this story is also relayed to Rika through Corinne.
You mean to say you've met the great Seiryu himself? To think that he was more serpentine in nature? If this is true, we will be able to celebrate him in the Year of the Snake as well.
Which is next year.
Now that I think on it, miss, you say that no written records exist of that tale. How did you come to know of it? An astute observation, Sydney. You see, my family is said to be descended from the maiden who was offered to Seiryu.
Meaning? Yeah.
As long ago as the event took place, there is no way to confirm the tale's veracity. But, if true, then it is by the grace of Seiryu that I am here, alive. Thus have I made it my mission to spread the word of his noble kind. Looking back, from the time you followed after Sibley, it's as if you have been guiding me, little one. I may be your caretaker, but it was you who was watching over me. Just like an honest-to-God's Ryu!
Crazy how that works, doesn't it?
With this, I know now what I must do to initiate people into our traditions. and I shall continue doing so for as long as the Ryu reigns in the heavens.
Glad to hear it.
Come, let's head back to the city together. We won't want to make your father worry now, would we, Sibley?
No, definitely not. So, let's head on back into Limsa then. So, let's head on back. More people carrying fancy umbrellas. So nighttime has come and the rain may still be going, but everyone's back. And Sibley, I guess, is on her way.
There you are, adventurer. Lest you wonder, young Sibley is now safely home, and I have just apprised the Ryu Metsuke of our fruitful outing. Now that I have discovered a more suitable approach to my draconic dilemma, I wish to wander the city again for onlookers. Though I regret to impose upon you once more, your support with Sibley was most helpful. Might you accompany me while I make my rounds about the area? With your discerning eyes, I am certain that we could readily identify those who might be receptive to our message. What say you?
Yes, of course.
I am truly grateful. Come, let us set forth at once.
The Ryu Bugyo and Ryu Nosuke are now accompanying you. Keep them at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave the Ryu Bugyo and Ryu Nosuke behind by entering a different area or speaking to them and selecting the option to part ways. So yeah, basically like what we've been doing before with Endwalker. Also, yeah, does this qualify as Santa with muscles? Looking at you, Hulk Hogan. So yeah, let's head on back into the Drowning Wench, get into some dry areas here, so not standing on the rain, and start speaking with people, beginning with this ale-sipping sailor. Hello there. What the hell is that chocobo chick supposed to be dressed up as?
Ryu Nosuke here is wearing a costume that mimics the Ryu, dragons of the Far East. It is held that these creatures have the mastery over water, and a sailor such as your good self may benefit from knowing about them.
Huh. If you ask me, it looks more like a sea serpent. Hold it. It wouldn't have anything to do with that thrice-down primal Leviathan, would it? I'm guessing that line would only come up if you've gotten to the point where you actually fight Leviathan.
I assure you there is no connection whatsoever. Far from causing disasters of water, the Ryu is a benevolent beast that protects us from them. If you're interested in knowing more, I invite you to seek us out at the Arth Castle.
Is that right? Still, here in Limsa we've got the Navigator. That's all the protection we need on the high seas.
Ah, yes, I understand the people of your nation look to Limlane to favor them with safe voyages. Be that as it may, disasters of water can strike beyond the bounds of the sea, in which case, placing your faith in the Ryu could provide you with added assurance.
Huh, I suppose it don't hurt to have more friends in high places, as it were. Fine, fine, I'll go and see what this is all about. So after speaking with your friend who was sitting here at the table, yeah, it looks like both of you are on your way. And we shall do the same. I just love how Ryu Nosuke runs, especially while we're going towards where we need to go next. So next stop is going to be the Culinarians Guild. And upon arriving there, we will go ahead and speak to the person here. And in this case, we'll find a resolute residence. Hello. Yeah, want to make sure I get Ryu Nosuke in the camera. Might as well pan in and get someone eating as well. By the gods, I just resolved to sell my soul with the sight of adorable creatures this year. And what should appear but the most charming of chocobo chicks? What's your name, little one? And what is that winsome outfit you're wearing?
You have a keen eye, sir. This little fellow is Ryu Nosuke, and he is dressed as a Ryu, a dragon of the Far East. By thus attiring Eorzea's favorite beast of burden, we hope to create a symbol of friendship between our lands.
Well now, that this adorable form should harbor such splendid symbolism. I've never heard of this Ryu before, but now I'm keen to know more.
In that case, sir, I invite you to seek us out at the Alf Castle anon. There, we will be glad to answer all your questions.
Excellent, we shall head there at once. So, after you've spoken with people you need to speak to, let us now make our way to the final section. So, as you may have surmised, this is going to be closer to the Marauders Guild. But not that far, thankfully. Yeah, we don't have to go all the way in, but of course, the Marauders Guild is home to the Yellow Jackets, so oddly enough, and of course we find one here, so let's speak with him. Yes, how can I assist you and your curiously dressed chocobo chick?
If I may shed some light on the mystery of our mascot, little Ryunosuke here is named for the Ryu, dragons of the Far East.
Oh, I thought dragons are supposed to be fearsome. But this fellow looks anything but.
Our costume companion notwithstanding, the Ryu is in fact a powerful and fearsome beast, yet by the same token, they are fondly regarded as symbols of good fortune. Should you be curious about them, we'd be glad to tell you more at the Alf Castle.
A being that's regarded with both fear and fullness. Intriguing. Perhaps I'll pay a quick visit to the Alf Castle before returning to work. Alright then. And so off he goes too.
Oh, what a relief to see the locals take an interest in the Ryu. I dare say we have gathered enough people, so let us head back to the Alf Castle.
That's a good idea, so back we go. And so, upon our return here to the stage here at the Alf Castle, let's speak with the Metsuke to complete the quest. Hello again, Metsuke. So Harbugyo makes her triumphant return. You have done a tremendous job to pique the interest of so many.
You are too kind, Metsuke. None of this would have been possible without the adventurer and Ryunosuke's help.
Oh, look who's back. Sibley's here and she's not alone.
There you are, miss. My papa wanted to meet you, so I brought him.
So you're the colony folks who helped my Sibley. I haven't the words to probably thank you, but I'm truly grateful for what you've done. I'm glad to see my girl smiling again.
Pray do not mention it, sir. We too owe Sibley much and more. How fares the preparation for your journey, if I may ask?
Very well, thank you. And with Sibley praying to the legendary Seiryu for my safety, no matter how far I venture from home, I have no doubt that all will be well. Yeah, sometimes you gotta spread the love.
I shall pray for your safety as well. What little we might do to help you on your way, we will gladly do it.
Indeed. While sharing the blessing of the divine beast is a fine thing, naught is more rewarding to our delegation than fostering friendship between our lands.
For all the help you've afforded us, I wish to give you a proper reward, yet I do not know what might be suitable.
Huh. Yeah, hey there, Ryunosuke. Yeah, what are you up to?
Ryunosuke? Are you saying you wish to accompany our adventurer friend?
Well, you do have a spare. I believe the little one wishes to be your charm against tumultuous waters, and he would be hard-pressed to choose a better companion. We'll still have Ryuji to aid us in our work, so if you wish it, Ryunosuke is yours.
Ryunosuke, my little guardian, thank you for everything. May your divine aura keep our friends safe.
Yeah, such an enthusiastic little chocobo chick. And may you and yours enjoy the rest of the Heavensturn season, my friend. Know that wherever their Ryu rolls, good fortune shall be upon you. Thank you so much. Yeah, and everyone's happy about it. And of course, we got the Gift of the Rain from the Ryu, it seems. So, for completing our quest, we get another 1,440 experience points, 286 skill, plus the Ryunosuke minion. Ah, he thinks he's dragons. Should you wish to draw Omikuji, the Omikujishi has returned to offer his services for the remainder of the celebration. Seek him out for a Heavensturn fortune. So yeah, this is something that they reintroduced from a few years ago. Furthermore, 12 extra fortunes have been divined this year. Keep a watchful eye on the adventures section of your Omikuji and discover what new journeys might lie in wait for you. We also earned the achievement Next Time on Dragon Bow. So, yeah. They'll keep Ryuji, and we'll get to keep Ryunosuke. I guess this should also cycle through the music that I've just obtained. Of course, add Ryunosuke to my list of minions. It'll be interesting to see what these new songs are all about here. And I also want to check the other cities as well to see if they have different music. Or if everyone has the same music. Yeah, they certainly have some titles on this stuff here. And look how popular that umbrella is. You're finding it everywhere tonight. And I guess anyone who sees someone using one is inspired and pulling out their own. So let's have my minion. Yeah, I also realized I didn't have Azem unveiled here. Yeah, I left her out, unfortunately. But yeah, let's take a look at Ryunosuke. As part of her efforts to introduce the noble Ryu, one of the totem animals to usher in a new year in the Far East, the Ryu Bugyo arranged for this chocobo hatchling to serve as a mascot. For its part, the creature seems to enjoy its role, and wears its outfit with adorable zeal. And I wholeheartedly agree. Yeah, now Ryunosuke is now standing alongside me. But that's not all there is. There's actually something else. And no, it's not just the fact that Bodafwan and Hildolana are back again, because they also came over for a Heavensturn a couple of years ago, so it's interesting to see them again. And the Mochi Daikon is here too, because yeah, you might remember for many years, Heavensturn was all about the Mochi, but yeah, they've shifted focus in recent years, but the one person we really want to find is over here. If you've beaten Stormblood and completed the 4 Lords quests, this, as your furred rabbit, shows up. Now you may be wondering who this is. Well, if you've seen any of the quests that I've done as far as some of the bonus content with Tataru and her boutique over in Old Charlian, you might be familiar with this person.
When I heard that a celebration was to be held here in honor of me and mine, I wished to gaze upon its splendor with my own eyes. Byaku insisted I don this questionable attire, though he assured me that it would conceal my identity from unsuspecting mortals. A descendant of the maiden I spirited away now takes charge of this festival, you say? Most intriguing. At the time, my intentions were not as malevolent as she believed. Whisking her away was but a means to appease my misguided worshippers, and yet that her tale should endure this long is a testament to her gratitude. Perhaps I should give my regards to this Bugyo of which you speak.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you did there, Ryunosuke. But yeah, beyond that, that's pretty much all the special rewards that are available for Heavensturn for this year. So, we get Ryunosuke, and that's pretty much it. They do have some of the Advent Cake magic prisms from a few years ago back, as well as some of the Zoni as well. But yeah, if you want to come out here and enjoy Heavensturn and be able to enjoy it with a Ryu at your side, well, you will be hard-pressed to find anyone more suited than Seiryu himself. And our new little friend Ryunosuke, who now gets to come along for the ride.